Steve, an eventful night. What did you make of that?
I'm only really interested on what we got out of it. I thought the positives were Yatesy and Sam being back on the grass and getting some match minutes under their belt, because obviously time is a little bit of the essence in terms of game time. So that was a real plus. And the kids, I thought it was great for the kids, to come and get an experience of a crowd, of a nice stadium, playing against the men's team, who played well tonight as well. So the likes of Zach Abbott and Aaron Donnelly. I'm really pleased to give them that opportunity. And a couple of the more senior boys didn't do so well, truth be told. And we need to point and shine away from that. They're falling a bit short with their individual performance, but some of them didn't really play for us in the championship, so it's going to be difficult for them to play for us this year. But yeah, it was tonight was always part of the plan to be a bit of a bounce game. We knew that we wanted to play, a certain type of game against Union Berlin, and we know that we want to play a certain team on the weekend against Valencia, and obviously this game in between was for the guys who needed some minutes. So. Plus we had a training group this morning and so on. So yeah, we're on course. But like I said, good for Yatesy and Sam, good for the kids, and a little bit of confirmation on some other stuff.
Because pre-season is about so many things, isn't it? You mentioned there the likes of Zach Abbott, who I think turned 16 just after the Youth Cup final, didn't he? And he's out there playing alongside the likes of Biancon, and then you've got Umbeso alongside him. It's a real mix, but crucial for those sort of players' development, I guess.
Well, equally important who they're playing against, because these guys for Notts County are going to be playing a very competitive league and games week in, week out, so they know how to compete. So for the likes of Zach to get early exposure to that, we rate him highly. We don't get too carried away with young players, or I certainly don't, because I've seen how things can go. But he's had some big occasions already in terms of the Youth Cup games and last year and obviously tonight. So yeah, obviously go back now with the 18s and get back to work, but it's great to give him that exposure tonight and the other ones.
Yeah, and a combination of, as you say, 18s and 23s and seniors in there as well. You've talked before about a club togetherness. I suppose a team and a squad that you put together tonight like that can only enhance that sort of thing.
It can, but it can play better. We want to create an identity throughout the club, not just in with the first team. So don't think I'm happy about how the team looked. It is a mix and match team, of course, but we still got to try and play our way. And we were very clear before the game that if, as an individual, make sure that you play well tonight. And some did, I mentioned, and some didn't.
First chance we've had to ask you. I'm sure you're going to get many questions about this man, but you've signed Jesse Lingard. That is clearly a huge statement signing for the football club. It shows you're going for it, I suppose, doesn't it?
Well, no, it shows that we want to be able to compete in the Premier League. Let's not be naive about the challenge of the Premier League, and we need to be able to give ourselves a chance week in, week out to go and play the way we want to play and try and win as many games as we can. And we've talked sort of press conference in, press conference out about turning a lot of personnel around because of how the squad was last year compared to what it needs to look like this year, and the position we found ourselves in. But to sign a quality player like Jesse has given everybody a boost. He's been brilliant on the training pitch first couple of days. He's not ready to play yet, although I'm sure he'll feature on the weekend against Valencia. And yeah, I think everybody sort of raised their game a little bit in training, and that's why it was important to see some guys tonight and whether they want to be with us or not.
It's a signing, of course, that's raised eyebrows, it's raised comment, not all of it complimentary. I think there's a few people who think, well, Forest have just come up, they should be sort of not making signings like that. But it shows that, as I say, Forest are, and as you mentioned, Forest are there to compete. Yeah,
and I've got to say, some of the numbers have been reported are miles off the actual number. Not that I know too much about the ins and outs of things like that, but it's certainly been wrongly reported, some of the figures. But yeah, we don't think too much about what people say. We try and do the best that we can do internally, believe in what we do, silence out the noise apart from the noise our supporters make, and like I said, believe in what we do and give ourselves hopefully the best chance.
And one thing we've learned about you and your recruitment team, Steve, is you don't just bring a big name in for the sake of it. You clearly think that he's going to fit into your style of play and enhance your team.
Yeah, listen, I had a very good conversation with Jesse, a very mutual conversation, and he had questions for me, I had questions for him, and obviously we both liked how the conversation went. He's a really good guy, and I knew that anyway. We're just really, really pleased that he's with us, but he wants to be here. He wants to be here, and he knows he's got a lot to play for, because when you play for Forest, that's how it is. We're really looking forward to getting going with him.
What else is going to happen between now and the start of the season? You're still in the market for more?
Yeah, we have to. Yeah. So let's hope that we can have some news sooner rather than later.
Oral Mongala is the latest that's been spoken about?
I don't know. There's a million names that people have mentioned to me, and some I've not heard much about. But until somebody's signed and sealed, then we won't say too much else.